I'm gonna tell you about a little story. It started with a man named Giorgio Vasari. He coined the term the Renaissance. It was a change and not a loss. It means rebirth that came across his new worldview. What? Somewhere up north, the Italian cities, there were some men seeking new abilities. They formed little communes and oligarchies, and the people were all going gnarly. The oligarchies, they needed more power, running out of time within the hour. Forming military leaders and led to the policy of the Signori. Hold on, let's do that again. Forming military leaders called the Condottieri, and that led to the policy of the Signori. Where the king passed power to his little homies, and the world turned into macaroni. Now the courts were formed by the majority, and Venice a republic superiority. Much political business to be performed. There were so many new things that were reformed. And stop. Remix!
Now my name is Petrarch, father of humanism. Change attitudes of individualism. People change their views and human nature and study their Greek and Latin literature. Now I introduce you to my new best friend, Nicola Machiavelli, and that was my end.
Stop! Remix! They call me... Whoa. Normal. They call me Machiavelli, and I wrote The Prince. Made new rulers realize to rule the city wise, and people should be running off terrorized. Everybody now. Secularism, change of views on religion and state. Christian humanists assisted with their own faith. Famous art painted skies, and the patrons criticize and make art take flight and reach to its height. People who work and pray and fight, separated into orders or estates, that's right. A hate against women called misogyny, a debate about women dramatically. How much more can these people suffer with a tax like a gabelle for the salt in their supper? The French were given power for all the bishops in the papacy, pragmatic station of Borges and the power assertively. There was a war going on, both the War of Roses fought in England by the Yorkists and the Castrians. The Royal Council was the center of royal authority. They It allowed torture and secret sessions. Accused you quickly, no time for confessions. The tutors relied on the justices of peace. They were unpaid officials who would accomplish great feats.
She's just doing the sound.
Isabella revived the Hermidades, the local police, the towns, brotherhoods, and cities. In 1391, the Spanish said to the Jews, "Become Christians or convert, or we'll surely kill you." Now you see here, guys, this was the time the Renaissance passed, and it was no crime. Stop. New beat. My name is Luther, everybody listen. Anti-clericalism and pluralism is my problem. I'm doing my penance, listen to this sentence. Oh no, the Catholic Church is selling an indulgence. They're fooling the peace and out of purgatory. I stepped up and gave them my little story. 95 theses nailed on the door. The deed of worms put down on the floor. I created my group, the Protestant Reformation. No transubstantiation. I call my group and going back to my station.
Is somebody talking?
England reformed its church as well. Called it the Church of England, and the Baptists never fell. My homie Thomas Cramer simplified the liturgy, wrote the Book of Common Prayer, made the people happy. The Queen Elizabeth put out some laws. The Elizabethan settlement didn't have any flaws. Calvinism came about with a man named Calvin. His ideas embodied in the Institutes of Christian religion. Believed in the principles of predestination, where God already chose your destination. The holy offices made by Pope Paul III, the Catholics had the power to hold the word. Ignatius Loyola and the Society of Jesus, they were also known as the Jesuits. A powerful role in Protestantism, grabbing all the people with all their wisdom. Ow. In France, there were Calvinists called Huguenots. They were hated, discriminated, and killed in tight knots. St. Bartholomew's Day massacre led to civil war. The Huguenots were murdered and so much more. What saved France were the politiques, wanting a strong monarchy to restore the peace. Henry IV made the Edict of Nantes, accepted the Huguenots, and brought peace to France. Independent from Spain, there were 7 provinces. They formed the Union of Utrecht, but not everyone accepted. So this was the story of the Reformation. It changed the religion and the European creation. And this is our